Hey guys, on this episode of Gaming and Collecting, me and Alex are talking about our manga collecting addiction because my god, we have problems. We also talk about Attack on Titan for way too long and solo leveling. It's crazy. But anyways, guys, on with the episode.
Take it back right now. One hop this time.
Time.
One hop this time. Right foot, left stomp. Left foot, left stomp. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Clap.
Charlie Brown.
Clap,
What the
on your
fuck is Charlie Brown? Nobody knows how to do what that fucking thing is. Yeah, anyways. How
Well,
you
it's
been?
just like the electric slide. Did anyone know how to do the electric slide?
Well, no. My favorite was the Macarena, where like people would kind of have it for like the first half, and then it would just become this jumbled mess of
The
people not knowing.
Macarena's so easy. It's just like hand,
Alex-
hand, flip, flip, shoulder,
Yeah,
shoulder, head, waist, waist, spin in a circle Macarena.
Yeah, but then you turn. But not everyone. I've learned that you're not the only person in this planet who doesn't know left from right, and everyone else fucking just goes the wrong direction.
Well, I don't really think there's a set direction. I think it's just whichever way you feel best.
It's like the cha-cha slide, where whenever it does like the when you shift.
Slide to the left.
Yeah, there's
Slide to the
always
right.
like 5 people that are fucking off
Collision.
because there's a lot of people that don't know left from right. It's pretty funny.
Well, when I was doing my interview, when I was doing one of my interviews, because I've been looking for a new job, we were going on a tour, and he was like, "Oh, turn left," and I turned fucking right, and he's like, that's right." I was like, "I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous." Did you spit?
No, but I like almost did. No, nothing.
And I just turned fucking right. It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so
Alex,
nervous."
Nothing will ever beat when I drove you and your friend to prom, and you were the navigator, and we got so hopelessly lost because you did not know left from right.
I'm a much better now, okay? You know, I barely drove at that point.
I know, but my favorite part about that is I'm like, Alex, where the hell are we?
It's hard to navigate from the back seat too. I also just couldn't breathe in that fucking. No, I was in the back.
Pretty sure you were in the front.
No, I was in the back. We were both in the back because we were like, hey, you're a limo driver in the Mustang.
And then I completely fucked up the flow of traffic when we got there, and I went completely in the wrong way and fucked everything, but I did not care.
Yep. I can't believe you've had the Mustang for that long.
I've had that car for...
Because you drove that for me and my friend to prom.
Alex, I've had that car for over for like a decade.
I know, that's crazy. I just didn't think it was that long. Well, because there was a good period of time where you didn't have the truck because you used to take my old car.
I got the Mustang in 2015. I didn't get the truck until right before COVID, because whenever I got it like at the perfect time, because cars became impossible to get for a while there.
Yeah, well, that was when also you got the truck, and then like 2 months later, I think I got the Cube.
The Jeep, yeah.
The Jeepy.
You had to copy Mom.
I like that car, and I like the color, and I needed a car that could survive in the snow.
Yeah.
And honestly, think about it. That drive to Texas, would Baby Bug have made it?
Probably not.
I do not think she would have made that drive.
Maybe one way. Probably not.
I do not think. And just imagine, because the way home would have been that drive, like when it was like COVID. That would have been a fucking nightmare. Thank God I got that car.
But anyways, this is GNC. How you doing, Alex?
We're here. Things are going good.
That was quite the tangent to start.
Yes. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Oh. Yeah, no, things are going okay. I'm still unemployed, but, we've got a couple good leads, so we'll leave it at that, and hopefully, I can give you some good news soon. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. How have you been, Sir Bill? It's been snowing and icy.
Yeah, it has. It snowed. It was like the worst combination where it snowed late at night, didn't stop snowing till morning, and then immediately shifted to freezing rain. And then
Yep,
deep froze overnight. So it's just straight up ice everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah. I drove out, I had to go run and do something yesterday, and, like, there were still some spots where it was like, oh shit," like, "Uh."
Mm. Yeah,
But it
no, it's
seems like it's everywhere, though. Like, I was seeing some pictures from I don't know if this was recent, but, like, I saw, like, pictures from Detroit. Apparently, it flooded in Detroit, and then now all the flooding has frozen. So you can
well
just see the
that's
cars that, like, are in the water, and there's just frozen water. It's
oh,
crazy.
those are probably write-offs.
Also no, I well, yeah, I feel like those cars are probably dead at that point, but still, like, sucks. And then, like, did you see, like, another plane crash?
Yeah, something weird's going on.
Yeah. I mean, thank God, like, this one was, like, thankfully, no one died in this one, but still really I mean, still, like, you
No
saw
one died,
pictures.
but that was the most horrific crash I've seen in a while.
Yeah, the plane was, like, upside down.
Oh,
Um,
fire. I don't
and then,
like it when
like
I see fire.
no, me either. Well, and then, like, I saw a bunch of people comment, like, yelling at like, I guess there was a video, like, a passenger was filming themselves leaving the plane, and the, flight attendant was like, "Put your phone away." And a lot of people were, like, yelling at the flight attendant, but in my opinion, the flight attendant is like, "We don't know the status of this plane. You need to
Yeah,
get the fuck out, stop filming, stop grabbing your shit, and go." So, in that terms, I'm on the side of the flight attendant. If
no,
I was on a
that's
plane
just
that just crashed, I would be hauling ass to get out of that plane, and I would
Alex.
yell at the person in front of me to put their phone away.
Those people need to go look up Air Canada, the one that burst into flames when it landed on the fucking thing, because they all opened the doors and then all the air came in and the plane went boom. Like it.
Oh my god.
That's why you don't procrastinate. You get off
Yeah.
the damn plane.
Yeah.
I've watched so much air disasters because that show is addicting and it teaches you a lot.
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary, but
I
I
also,
felt that. I
I
hope
also,
that flight attendant no one's I hope everyone leaves that flight attendant alone. They were just
they
doing their
should
job.
you should because if you're harassing a flight attendant for doing her job, you look like an asshole.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, in the video, but it was all the comments were like, "That flight attendant should get, like,
These are
yelled at or
dumbasses.
something."
These are dumbasses on fucking Reddit who never fly in their lives, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
scary. So, I definitely don't wanna fly anytime soon.
eh, I'll be flying in a couple months. So.
Well, hopefully things will settle down by then.
Hopefully.
What else happened? Oh, I kept forgetting to mention this, but did you see that the Duolingo owl had passed, someone killed him?
No.
Do you know what Duolingo is?
No.
It's a language learning app, and they have a mascot that's a green owl. Um, but whoever runs the account is very unhinged and just has him, like, yell at people to, like, take their Duolingo lessons all the time, which is pretty funny. But they decided to make a new story arc for them, aka sell a bunch of merchandise that he was killed, so you can buy his dead corpse online in plushie form.
Okay.
It was
I'll
all
stick.
over my Twitter timeline. I couldn't escape it. Everyone, like, PlayStation was like, "Rest in peace, Owl." Nintendo, like, everyone, like, all these big
I'll
companies were just saying
I'll
RIP.
stick with Rosetta Stone, I guess. Uh,
Uh, so it was you. You killed the Duolingo owl.
no, because I didn't know I don't know what this fucking owl was.
Well,
Fucking,
you should. He was great.
I don't
I liked
spend
him.
a lot of time on the internet, contrary to popular belief.
What?
Um,
Bill, you still haven't fixed your sign. No one's gonna be able to see it, so you got another week, but you gotta really fix that. My birthday is next week, kind of.
not at the time this comes out. It'll be after.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, because we have ghost stories next week.
Fuck. Well, my birthday, as the time of recording, is next week. Bill, for my birthday, please fix your 3DO experience banner.
You're gonna come in next week and it's gonna just be even more crooked.
How fucking dare you? I will quit. I will quit right now.
During this time of year when like the fucking snows everywhere and the plows, like parking lots are covered in snow. Parking's just officially a free for all.
Yeah. It's so
Like,
funny.
I love how like you go anywhere and it's like, yeah, they didn't even try. They just were like, yeah, spot. This is my spot now.
You can also tell if someone has not moved their car in a while. Because I ran to Staples for something. And I'm like looking in the parking lot and I'm like looking at this car and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of snow on the ground around it. Weird. And then I look at the car because it was a white car. I'm like, oh, it's covered in snow. I'm like, they must have just like left their car there. So it's just been parked there for probably a couple days.
Or they're one of those jackasses who doesn't clean their car off in the slightest.
No, it was covered the windshield. Yeah. And it didn't look like it slid. Like you could tell that it was just because of how the snow was around it too. Like it was just sitting there. So it was weird. Weird.
Yeah.
So, Bill, are you drinking anything today? Get the music ready. You should have already had it cued. Thank you. What are you drinking, Bill?
The same thing I've been drinking every week.
Everyone cares, and no one can see that.
It's another spiked, not spiked. I wish it was spiked. They for a while had alcoholic versions of these.
Oh God, that big of a bottle?
No. They were like they were seltzer can size. They were like seltzer can size.
Okay.
Yeah, but sparkling ice, black cherry, 0 sugar. Which one haven't I read yet?
How many fluid ounces?
I ain't going that far.
It should be on the front with like the title text. You wouldn't have even had to look in the facts.
It's low calorie and caffeine free.
Thank you.
There is caffeinated variations.
What would you rate it on a scale of 250 leaping frogs out of 10 leaping frogs?
I would
so 10 to 250.
I will give it a 3 out of 5 Viz quality control errors.
No, I gave you the scale. You have to do it out of the 350 leaping frogs.
You're lucky you got it the way I did
it. Fuck you.
So what are you drinking, Alex?
Thank you. I was waiting for you to ask me. I am drinking what also I have been drinking because I bought a bunch of them from Costco. Now I have to drink them all. I am drinking an Izzy Sparkling Blackberry flavored juice beverage blend from concentrate with other natural flavors. 8.4 fluid ounces, 248 milliliters, 70 calories per can. Contains 60% juice, 1 serving per container. So this one container is 1 serving, Bill.
Are you saying the same fact you say every week? Because you should change it up.
No, I've just been reading all of them every week, Bill. The calories are 7. 0 fat, 0 sodium, 6 carbs, and 0 protein. Let's see, what could I read that's in? Please recycle.
Okay, you're done.
The drink or the can. What else could I say? The barcode number is 36093011102.
You've overstated. Music done.
No, I got more. What else? It's non-GMO, project verified. You take that off the screen right fucking now. No one can see it. No one can even see it. And Bill, give me a scale to rate it out of, and I will actually use the fucking scale.
Okay, how many beheaded Duolingo owls is it?
I think he got run over by a car, but
I like my version better.
Well, I would rate it 591 out of 596. Duolingo hours beheaded.
Good. Not rest in peace because I didn't care.
You, R.I.P. the Duolingo owl. I won't forget you. I never took your lessons, but I saw you on Twitter a lot doing weird shit. One time you were in a thong.
No, that's what
And I
you're
think I
into,
sent that
Alex.
to you. I think I sent it or put it in the cursed image gallery.
I
Like
probably
a
didn't even know
while
what
back.
it was. I probably had no idea what it was and just went, that's fucking weird.
Yay! All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening to the Gaming
Oh,
and
no,
Collecting
no, no, no,
Podcast.
no.
The Gaming and Collecting Podcast is available on all your favorite podcasting platforms.
No. No one buys your crocodile tears. I'm not unmuting you till you stop. You're so full. You're so full. Uh,
You didn't mute me again.
I'm watching Attack on Titan, everybody.
Yeah, how many? So you finished up
I
to
just
season
finished season 3, and according to Slade, I saw the good ending, so I'm already concerned what that means.
3? Yeah, yeah,
Um,
that's actually a good way to put it.
I'm already concerned because
Just wait.
I've already heard people say things, and I'm like, that's not assuring.
I would just say prepare when you start season 4. Prepare to be confused.
You mean I'm not already?
Yeah.
My
So,
entire response to fucking season 3 was, what the fuck?
yeah.
Where is
What
this
was
going?
so yeah, exactly. And what I could tell you is that wherever you think it's going in season 3, it doesn't go there.
No, I don't think it does. And I've already just established that the writer was clearly writing 2 different stories, and then at one point just said "fuck it" and just stuck them together, and now we've got whatever this is.
No, it's a great story. So
It's
Bill,
something.
where so like what did you think? Like just give me a brief like after each like give me your just brief review of season 1, brief review of season 2, and brief review of season 3.
My brief review of season 1 was humanity sucks. The Titans are right. My my brief thoughts on season 2 were humanity still sucks, but I don't really know who to think about. And then my brief review of season 3 is just all caps. What the fuck? Like,
So, what was like your biggest shocker moment so far? And just spoiler warning, you should have watched
um,
Attack on Titan by now.
yeah. Spoiler warning. My biggest. What was the question again?
What was like your biggest like what moment or like a moment from Attack on Titan each season? We'll go with that.
Season 1. What happens in season 1? Oh, the fucking female Titan reveal. That was just because of the fact that it was so fucking obvious.
Yeah.
Season 2 was the fact that like everybody's a fucking Titan apparently.
Well,
Um,
not everybody.
most people are. Most important characters are that they changed, and it's fucking weird. And then season 3 is revealing that how that fucking where the Titans came from and how fucking humanity sucks. And the smiling Titan ate Aaron's mom, and it was the wife of his dad's first marriage. Like, like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, I forgot it went into that in season 3.
And I don't even know if Aaron's dad's a good guy or not. I don't even know if Aaron's a good guy or not. Like, I don't know
Aaron's a
any
good boy. Aaron is in quoting Slade. Aaron is a good boy who did nothing wrong.
I don't think anyone's a good person in the show. I
I
have
guess.
no idea.
So, how many of the special Titans have you seen so far? Well, you've seen Aaron,
Aaron, the giant one, which is
the
now
lady.
Armin,
Yep.
the female one, the armored one, the beast one.
Yep.
Who's apparently Aaron's brother. Like, I don't know. Huh?
Yeah.
The Jaws one, who I think is MIA now because I think she died.
Yep. Well, she's MIA. That's what I agree with.
I think she's dead, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, and then that weird cart one. That's obviously also one.
We love the Cart Titan.
Sure. I think that's all that I've seen so far. I don't really know.
Is it? Are you? I guess like, are you enjoying the experience?
I don't know. That's the thing where it's like at the point now where I don't even know anymore.
You're not sure. Is it because like you're just trying so hard to figure out where it's going?
My brain gave up like halfway through season 3,
I'm
and I was
just
just
gonna honestly tell you, you're not gonna figure it out on your own. Like, you just have to watch it.
eh, I
Any
don't,
theory you have, you're just not. It's just not gonna happen.
I don't even know. There's some weird, like I wasn't expecting like the Nazi Germany aspect towards the end there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was like, wait, we're going here now. And then I love the fact that the key to the basement was all just a fucking like lie, and they could have kicked the door open at any time.
Shh. It's fine. They still needed the key though.
Yeah, but it wasn't to open the door.
Yeah, but if they didn't find the key, it would have been useless.
They could have ripped that drawer open. They could.
Well,
We
they might not have known what's in it. Anyway, but you saw them. Are you gonna take your ocean pick?
when the ocean's not fucking frozen.
I think you should, just because it's frozen. But
I ain't
Bill,
going.
like, it was a happy.
I
It
ain't
was a
going to the
happy ending.
fucking.
It was happy. They saw the
was
water. They saw the
it,
ocean.
it was happy until you think about the fact that Aaron's gonna die in like 9 years. Armin's gonna die eventually. I'm pretty sure all the main cast is gonna die at some point. At this point,
No comment.
I've already,
No
I've
comment.
already I already have feelings.
Yeah, I feel. All right,
I've already
who do you think's safe? Who do you think is safe?
nobody. Nobody. I literally don't think
Who?
anyone's gonna
All
make
right.
it. But
Who will make you most sad if they aren't safe?
at this point, I won't even be upset because I'm just already I'm already expecting it.
Well,
This isn't like Jujutsu Kaisen where I had hope. Like
you
they're
have
like where they
no
were
hope.
no,
It sounds
I'm
like you're not enjoying the experience of watching.
I don't understand my feelings on it right now. We'll get into it when we do the big episode.
It has been
Um,
funny though. Like, listening to you talk about it has made me really want to go back and rewatch it again.
yeah, but what have your thoughts on all of my comments being completely like just like sarcastic and not even like
Well, I mean,
thoughtful?
that's how I was watching Dragon Ball. So, especially when I was just making fun of a lot of shit. So, oh, also when we do the Dragon Ball retrospective, you have to include that photo I sent you of Frieza with his butt cheeks looking very pinched.
You'll have to find it again because I
I'll
have no idea
send
who
it
that
to you.
was.
I'll send you all my favorite photos I took. You'll have
Yeah.
to also include the the expansion. He
Also,
had a kink. I know his kink. No.
you didn't even react to my response about Armin being crispy.
Yeah, he was a burnt chicken nugget.
He straight up was fucking dead.
Did you on that scene? Did you think that they were gonna that Armin was gonna die and that Erwin was gonna live?
No, I knew it was gonna be
You
Armin
knew it was gonna be Armin.
because the commander was already like had pretty much already resigned himself like earlier, and I knew they were gonna fake that out. I didn't think that's what the fucking jump scare credit scene was about. I thought it was gonna be some other shit, and then I was like, oh, okay, we're doing
Did
this, huh?
you? Aren't like some of the scenes though super like? Were you a little sad for the guy who was part of the military police and then he switched to the force and then he just immediately got annihilated on his first mission?
No, because I forgot he was even a character, and then when he came back, I was like, oh, Bowl Cut Man.
I felt so bad for him.
I didn't.
Oh, and then when you all right, did you feel bad for Marco when you found out what happened?
Yeah,
about Marco?
yeah, because that was fucked up. Because I don't like those. I officially do not like those characters at all.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of Rainer or Reiner?
I don't really like him.
The armored titan.
He comes off as an a-hole.
All right.
I'm sure
I'm
it's
just
gonna be
curious.
some
I'm just really
reveal.
curious of what you're gonna. Season 4, just get ready. It's gonna confuse you
I'm just
even more.
annoyed anytime they have him captured, they fuck around and then he gets away. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He was right there.
Oh, Aaron.
No, the fucking Reiner was fucking dead. Like, and then they decided to fuck around for like 5 minutes, and then he got captured again. I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Well,
Ugh.
it's their first time, Bill. They need practice. But anyways, we've been tangenting about Attack on Titan for quite a bit, so we'll
That
leave it for
episode
the.
is gonna be a clusterfuck.
It is, but it's gonna be great. I need to cough, so I'm gonna mute. I can't find my mute. Oh, I'm muting myself.
She's muting herself.
I muted, so you didn't have to hear me cough up some phlegm. It was
Yes.
extra phlegmy. What are you drinking? I'm just kidding.
Not doing
We
that
just go
again.
right back. Aw, can you just play the music for a little bit?
No.
Just one. Just play a little music real quick. Please?
No.
Please? No! I thought you were gonna do. Don't fake me out like that. Play some music.
No. No one buys your fucking crocodile. Oh yeah, no one cares. Alex still goes by. I just realized
Everyone.
that.
I know. I was waiting for you to notice that. None of the viewers will because I don't have any makeup on, so you can't see how hideous I look.
All I see is Psyduck staring into my soul.
Sorry.
Yeah, so
That
for
sounded
this
like Toad.
episode, we're going to be talking about manga collecting again because Alex
Mangoes.
has an addiction
Our
like
mango
I do.
collection.
If you want to eat your manga, go for it.
No, I went back and listened to the podcast episode, and for some reason I just kept going on about instead of manga, I kept calling it our mango collections.
Well, because
So how's your mango collection going?
If you want to eat your manga, go for it.
Nom,
It's
nom,
expensive.
tastes like paper.
You can eat your solo leveling because it's expensive.
No,
And you...
$20 per volume.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we've Alec, I've created a monster now. Alex is now obsessed with manga. What's your read to own ratio so right now?
Well, I've read all of. Well, I guess before we should do that after because we should talk about what we have first. Because I'll be kind of spoiling what I have.
Okay.
Well, let's think back. So for you, it will probably be a lot harder because you had a lot more manga.
Yeah, I mean, you go first
talked.
because you've clearly added more. I've mostly just collected.
Yeah, well, when we last talked, I had the One Piece 3-in-1s, which not much of that has changed. I think only 2 volumes have really come out since that last one.
I think only one volume has come out since then because I
no 2.
I don't
2.
know.
No, because in the photo I don't have the extra 3-in-1, so I believe it was 2. Or maybe it was 1. I don't know. But so when I first did it, I only had One Piece, Dorohedoro, Dragon Ball Super, Orient, a little bit of only 2 volumes of Magi, My Happy Marriage. Did I say Parasite?
No.
Parasite, Die Dark, Welcome to Demon School Aruma, Lore Olympus, and then some JoJo's. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
It's G&Z, it's fine. Lore Olympus technically isn't a manga, though.
Yeah, it's a webtoon, but I just count it there. It's fine. It's fine. And that's all I had. That's all I had. And now I have a lot more.
Yeah, now Alex has like all of solo leveling, all of Kaiju number 8 because she has a problem.
Yes. Well, I've been continually collecting the same ones that I talked about, except Parasite's complete now. Yeah, I think that's the only big difference. Just for the ones that I had. Everything else has just been ongoing. Dorohedoro was completed when I had it. But now I got like the Fushigi Yuji Bizbigs. I think for my birthday or Christmas, Bill had gotten me Or on High School Host Club, the whole box set. Was it my birthday or Christmas?
Probably your birthday last year.
Yeah, it was my birthday, which was very nice. I got all that. I thought I completed something else. Those are really I don't really have that many completed, but I also started collecting, let's see, the Trigun, big boys. I have 4 of those. Um, I started collecting God of High School. What else? My Happy Marriage is still the same, no change. Started collecting Blue Period. I got a lot more Moggy. I think I don't have any like of the last. So Moggy's already all out, but the thing is not all the volumes are available. So I'm only missing a couple now. I have my list here. I am missing. Let me see. 6, 7, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. For anyone listening, if you ever see them, let me know.
That is
I will buy
secretly the
them from
code.
you.
That is secretly the code to Alex's luggage.
Send me them. Send me them, please. If you see them, let me know so I can buy them from you. Thank you.
Yeah,
But those
Alex
are
is
the little.
currently in the middle of her out of print manga arc where
That's
she's
my
like, it's
only.
out of print.
That's my only one that's out of print.
You know what the
Uh
best is gonna be? Once you complete it, Viz will announce the next day 3-in-1s.
oh, if they do that, I'll fucking cry. Um, and then what else? I've been collecting Dragon Ball Super still. Um, I started collecting Jujutsu Kaisen, and I have all what's out currently up to volume
Because Alex
24.
likes to be sad.
Yeah. And then I also started collecting Chainsaw Man. I only have up to volume 11. I actually ended up buying, they had a box set. It was on
Yeah,
sale for super cheap. It was like 50% off. And I was like, fuck yeah, I should do that.
Alex
Um,
has all of part 1.
yes. I think I'm only just a couple behind for part 2. It's not that many.
We're up
It's
to
only 15.
17.
Oh, 17? Oh, okay. I misread that. And then I got, what else did I get? I got a couple of one shots, like One Piece released like a.
So you also have been collecting Solo Leveling, which is technically a manhwa.
Yes. Yeah, that's the only manhwa I have. Actually, no, technically I have 2. Actually, I don't know if God of High School is a manhwa since it's a webtoon. I think it is.
Well, if
I just gotta look.
If it's Korean made, then it's considered a manhwa, right?
I think so. I just don't know if it is. Yes, it is a manhwa. So I have 2 manhwas, which I really enjoy. It's like really fun to like. I just think the art is different a lot of the time. It's very different art styles, and it's also really nice too because most of the time manhwas are full color. Not all the time, but a lot of the times they are. You pay a little bit more for buying them. That's why solo levelings are all $20 each volume. Um, but yeah, like they're really fun. I've been getting into a lot more. I want to find some more stories because I do actually hear like I've really enjoyed the story of solo leveling, but I have heard criticism like of other people saying there's a lot better stories out there from different manhwa artists, Korean artists as well. But I really like the story, and I mean I think it's like you've been watching season 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I've already read all of what's happened and happening in season 2, and you can tell like the story just shifts where you leave off in season 1, and it just goes like just hype train.
Yeah, no, because every episode ends in a freaking cliffhanger, and I'm always like,
How many are out so far? Dubbed?
uh, like 4, I think,
Fuck.
because they skipped a week.
That's so mean. Why do they do this to us? I want to
Because
watch it so badly.
yeah, same. That's how it feels with like all of them. Because you've also, I mean, it's probably going to be worse for you with Kaiju number 8. Because I mean, that one's like not till the end of the year.
Oh, I know. I've rewatched Kaiju number 8 quite a few times too. Ugh. I watch solo leveling so badly. Why so bad?
See that's gonna be like the main difference between Kaiju number 8 and Attack on Titan now that I've seen them both is I'm like in Kaiju number 8 I actually care about these characters.
No, do you I don't know. I feel like you're going into Attack on Titan with like, meh, meh, meh. Like I'm being made to watch it, so I'm not gonna like
Well,
anything.
no, the characters die before you get a chance to even care. Like when Aaron's like first team gets killed in the first mission and then they're like dead and then they get randomly brought up in season 3. I'm like, "Oh right, these guys." I'm
All
like,
right.
they had names.
Oh, I feel like Slade's gonna be so mad at you.
Well, no, the
Oh,
Levi's team's death is probably my most like
I
apathetic
can't believe you
moment.
laughed at that. I still can't believe
Her,
you're a monster.
her head was up against the tree like this, and they cut to it twice, and then she
Oh,
got thrown out of the cart and rolled down the hill. It was
okay. No more Attack on Titan talk. We're talking manga. Neither of us collect the Attack on Titan manga.
because there's too much of an
Well,
expense.
what else do I have? I also have. I'm started collecting the Apothecary Diaries. I have up to volume 6. I think there's a lot more out than that. But I don't have money right now, so I can't buy any more to catch up.
Isn't that
Haikyuu
the volume
finally.
where like isn't Apothecary Diaries the series where like the artist is in jail right now or something?
It's either the artist or the writer of the light novel is in jail.
Yeah, I remember there was like something about that. It was like, oh no.
I've heard that season 2 has been fantastic so far, though.
The few episodes I've watched have been. It's kind of slow though when like you're watching it episode by episode because you would kind of
See,
forget what happened the
that's
week
why I
before.
kind of wanna. That's why I kind of wanna watch it all at once. I just feel like with that show, it would perform better.
Hmm.
What else? Oh, and then I started also collecting Free Rin. I have
Yep,
4 volumes of that. And I think that's really. Is that really it?
I think so.
I got a couple. I think I started talking about, but I got also a couple of one shots. Like I got the Aces story one shots. I got the basically the what's the name of that show? Food Wars, but Sanji edition,
Hmm.
which is really fun because it was by the artist the art was by the artist from Food Wars. And the cool thing about the Aces story manga was that it was based off the novels, but it was actually art by the artist of Doctor Stone. So it's that
Mm.
art style with One Piece, which was pretty cool. And I also had got the Wanted um basically I can't speak right now. I'm having a but it was basically Oda's work before One Piece. So it was a bunch of one shots compiled into one book.
Mm.
Which is pretty neat. So I've started collecting a lot more. I gave Bill my photos of what I had completed.
Mm.
But I'm hoping to find some more series and stuff because my bookshelf it was funny. I originally was on one just big bookshelf, and then I slowly started running out of room on it, so I moved it a good chunk of it over to the second little shelf that I had in my guest room, and now it's behind me. You can't see it, but I'm pointing to it just for Bill. So I moved it over there, and then immediately, like a week after I did that, I somehow refilled the bookshelf. So
Yep, that happens. I'm
mostly,
already I'm already at the point where I might need to expand again. God
it's
help me.
crazy.
Well,
Where
they
are you gonna put yours?
I have no idea. I
You're
don't
gonna have
know.
to start storing some downstairs.
I do store them downstairs.
Oh, you do?
They're all in my living room.
Oh, in the basement, I meant.
Oh,
I
I don't want to
forget
leave.
that you.
I don't like to put books in the basement.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to start storing them on the in the ceiling.
I have room to expand. I just have to figure out how to do it.
You're gonna have to start adding aisleways, like creating like an actual library.
Library. Just this is my library.
This is my
It's all
library.
it's all
You
we
can
fit.
skip. You can
Um
skip.
yeah, I haven't really started any new series that are like really long. I think I might have picked up a one shot here or there. It's mostly just been ongoings and
Mostly
ongoings,
ongoings.
ongoings and ongoings and ongoings. Um,
Yes. Bill
it's
is befriended all the Barnes& Noble employees.
I wouldn't say befriended, but they do know me now.
Yes.
They've
One day,
recognized
one day, you'll stick your foot out and trip a child for them.
you wanted to. You really did.
Because they're the worst. People who bring their
But
kids to Barnes& Noble and
it's
don't
not the
parent
children
them.
that are the worst, it's the parents that are the worst.
Yeah, well, I just hate kids. But the parents who like let their kids just run around like it's a toy store, and you just see the Barnes& Noble employees' faces that are just like, "Go, like I hate
Like
you."
that poor old guy that was like, "Don't run."
Yeah.
Like he
Well, yeah, like you shouldn't be running around the bookstore. Like, especially one, people are carrying a lot of books, and books are heavy. They could fall on the child, or they have a Starbucks drink that is hot because it's wintertime and they could spill it on the child. Just saying.
imagine that headline: "Child crushed by berserk manga."
Exactly.
News at 11.
Those are a lot of money. You should also so where you primarily buy your manga on at in store, correct?
If I can, like if I so I've determined certain series it's easier. Like if it's a Viz manga, yeah, I go to the store.
Mm,
Um Yen Press sometimes. Seven Seas I've learned probably better just to order it online half the time.
mm.
Kandasha, it's hit or miss. It really all depends on the series, the publisher. If it's a manga that's really obscure and you're like the only person probably collecting it, you might want to buy that online.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed like with like Mao, they've stopped
Meow.
stocking new issues of it, and I've had to order them all online lately.
Huh.
So I don't know if it's not selling or just they're not carrying it anymore, but I've had to order all of those. Um, yeah, it's like really hit or miss. I've also noticed a lot of series have started slowing down considerably.
Mhm. Oh, like,
Also,
just, like, the releases, like, not being, like, every month and being, like, every other month or
oh
a
yeah,
couple of
like
months.
Spy Family in particular, that is slow. I like it's like maybe like one volume every couple of months
Mm.
at most because we're getting close to where the Japanese is at this point. Also, a lot of my series have completed recently.
Oh, really? How many so, I guess, like, going back
Well,
to
I
how
shouldn't
much you
say
had.
I shouldn't say completed in America yet, but they've completed in Japan, so I know it's coming.
Mhm.
Like Komi just ended, so that's
Yep,
going to be only a few more volumes. Nagatoro's ended. Kaguya-sama ended. That's officially done.
yep.
Oshinoko's done. Uh, it's a lot. Like Black Clover's on the way. They've already confirmed that's in its final chapters.
Yeah.
Super's gonna be slowed down for a while now, just because of Toriyama's unfortunate passing.
Mm.
Um, it's a few others around I gotta double check on, but like, yeah, it's a lot of them have ended. Some have just been like extremely slow. Like My Happy Marriage, the manga has been only 4 volumes
Yeah.
for a while now. The
No,
fifth
yeah,
volume
because
just
when
got
we
announced.
last did the episode, we both I had the 4, I don't know if you did at the time, but
Hmm.
it was, yeah, just the 4, and it's still just the 4.
Yeah. But then other series like Kaiju number 8, that's like out, like every week, few weeks. Like some of them
Yeah.
are quick. Um,
Well, some of them also depend, like, how big the ratio is, because so Welcome to Demon School Aruma, has been coming out it consistently, like, every month, every 2 months, very consistent. But the reason for that is, like, they're up to volumes 41 in Japan.
yeah.
So it's like they can consistently start doing that because it's gonna take a bit for us to get caught up to there.
Hmm. That's gonna
But
be a long one for you because
yeah, I didn't realize it was that long. But also, like, I'm really excited because I really enjoy that story. So I can't wait. And the next season they announced it. So
I'm like curious what series I have are gonna be like long because like
that's like kind of the fun part too. Like of collecting like because with the shows, you kind of go into it knowing only a certain gap of it. But the manga, like you kind of like go ahead and be like, oh my god, like this is a really long story. Like I got a
hmm,
lot of reading to do.
Well, because my longest series I own is probably still Inuyasha at like 50 something volumes, although it's 18 3-in-1s, like
Mhm.
Bizbigs, technically.
Yep.
Um Black Clover's pretty long at 30, currently 36. There's gonna be more. And I think that one's probably gonna reach 40.
Mm.
Um the longest one that I've completed recently is I completed a Kimi ni Todoke.
Mhm.
Um Collecting that was a pain in the ass. Like that was like my Magi. Um where
I
like
know.
I
I
got
gotta honestly check my Amazon list. I gotta see if there's
well
anything out for
what's
that.
what was annoying about Kimi ni Todoke was like I ordered like I got up to like volume 25 and I was like, "Oh wow, this is easy." And then 26 was like impossible to find. Um until one day I found it at Newbury Comics just chilling there and I was like, "Oh, thank God, a reprint." And then I got walled by 29 and 30, which are still almost impossible to find now. And I had to pay $100 for both of them on eBay. That's how expensive they were. Well,
Damn.
100 for them to get in like a lot of both of them. I paid 100 for both total, I should say.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a pain because it was like I didn't want to complete the sequels, the little sequel mini series before I finished the actual series.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that one. There's Chainsaw Man is still ongoing. Sakamoto Days, which has an anime adaptation now, which is doing wonders to that show because the manga kind of loses the plot as it goes on.
Yep.
Um, but the anime is doing a much better job at portraying it.
Oh,
Uh,
really? Okay, that's
oh
good to
yeah,
hear.
the anime has been great so far.
So, like,
Like,
so the manga really starts losing track early on, is what you're
well,
saying?
the manga suffers not so much from not as bad as like One Punch Man, but it suffers from a similar problem where like it starts out as being kind of a humorous gag, and then it
Mhm.
actually gets really serious.
Yep.
And the anime handles explaining how like the actual plot and mechanics are going much better. Because the
Hmm.
manga gets very like you go from like this really humorous, witty tale to suddenly like there's this really deep thing going on, and it reads very slow. And that's
Mm.
kind of like the hard part. It's not like Chainsaw Man where that's just a quick read.
Yeah, that is I was gonna bring that up too, of which ones you feel are really quick reads versus which ones you need to take more time into reading.
Well, like say like with Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, Fujimoto is a very good writer, but he
Mhm.
a lot of his writing is like he uses his art. He speaks with his art a lot. So like it's a super quick, like you just kind of work your way through it. Like I read I think I read all of part one in like a day.
Mm.
And now I've just been reading it consecutively since they've been coming out.
Hmm.
Um yeah, it's like that because like then you get other artists who are like Rumiko Takahashi. She is very wordy with her
Mhm.
writing. So reading her stuff is a bit slower. I've
Mm.
noticed
Which ones are your favorite ones to read? Like, which
right
ones do you
now.
enjoy the most?
So in terms of ones that I've been like really enjoying reading, like I've been really liking Chainsaw Man.
Mhm.
Um, I recently read all of Nagatoro that we have out, and that is a very enjoyable read, which is really amusing considering the artist's previous history.
That's the one where they did hentai, right?
Yeah, they did some fucked up hentai.
Oh, Jesus.
But the actual like story is very cute and very well written. And like I've
Hey, a
flown
lot
through
of
that.
manga artists start out drawing, you know.
They gotta pay the bills somehow.
Well, and it helps them get discovered.
Mm,
It's kind of crazy, but it really does in terms of like the manga industry. A lot of them start out. That's how they either work under someone and they do that on the side. Like that's how a lot of them start out.
mm. I've also noticed too, like certain publishers, I enjoy reading their stuff more. Like, I've really been into Seven Seas books lately, just because the paper
Mhm.
quality is so nice.
Mm.
Because like, my biggest problem with like say Kandasha is like Kandasha is probably uses the cheapest materials
Yep.
overall. I've become like a publisher snob when it comes to manga recently because I have a bunch from each. And Kandasha I've noticed is like it's hit or miss. Some of their manga, like if they have the old Kandasha logo, it's always like super cheap. If it has the
Yep.
newer Kandasha logo, it's somewhat better, but it's still kind of cheap. Seven Seas goes like way over the top. Viz has like everything, but Viz's quality control is such a fucking mess.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I have stuff like that, and then you get like Dark Horse and their fucking oversized special editions like
Hey,
Berserk.
those are so the Trigun ones are really nice.
They're nice, but my god, they're so big.
I know, I can't hey, for me, who is going blind, slowly but surely, they are great. Love being able to see.
They're so like reading them. Have you started reading Trigun yet?
I'm waiting to get them. There's only 5, so I'm waiting to get all 5 of them and then just to binge read them all.
I'm just curious how comfortable that is to read, just with the
I
big books like
help
that.
I've, like, put them in my lap before, they're not too bad.
Do you do like the pillow strategy where you have a pillow down and then the book?
Yes. I wanna get, like, one of those pillow desks. Like, those little, like, desk things that have a pillow on it. I wanna
Hmm.
get one. I need one just for reading, and then get a little light on it. It would be perfect.
Yeah, I bought a reading light recently for my recliner up in the
Because we're
bedroom.
getting old. We need lights to see. That's
Yeah.
one thing about soul leveling is like when I read it downstairs, I have to turn on the lamp in my like I don't usually keep my big lamp on all the time because I usually just I have my little tree light down there and it lights up the room just enough because honestly, I may be a happy person, but I feel like I'm a creature of darkness. I like to be in the dark. I don't
Darkness
know.
imprisoning me. All that
Me.
I see.
Headbang. No, honestly, yeah, like, I don't like overhead lights, like, I like to keep it more,
Hmm.
like, soft light, but when I read Soul Leveling, I have to have it on because there's so much color, but there's also a lot of, like, dark colors that I need it to be able to see.
Hmm.
But that's, like, the full color experience. What's also funny too, do you ever find that there is some things that have been translated differently to the anime versus the manga you read?
Yeah, I know. Do you mean like translation differences or just stuff that's
Just
in the
well,
manga that's not in the?
stuff translation differences, but also just stuff that is in the manga, but, like, stuff both.
Yeah, you'd notice it quite a bit. Like there's like entire like in Inuyasha, like like one of the scenes to me that like was very shocking was like I'm in the band. Currently where I'm reading Inuyasha. I'm in the Band of Seven stuff,
Ah, yep.
and the Poison Master
The
guy.
rapist?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. Um, yeah, like rather than doing that weird marriage thing, he straight up tries to assault her, and I'm just well, she's passed out. I'm like, what the like? I'm like, this is so dark.
Yeah.
Like,
There was a "Hey, stop eating your toys. Come here." Sorry. I caught her eating a toy.
hmm.
I
Also
I
like
keep
I
fi this is off topic, and it's kinda gross, but we need to sidetrack because I've brought up Miss Dingles. Bill, I've started to find poo strings in my cat box. Little turds connected by little pieces of string.
that's that's disgusting. Thank you for sharing.
I have to see it when I clean the cat box. So I have been very that's why I screamed at her because I don't wanna have to pay for that exuberant vet bill.
Yeah. Nothing was as bad as our pet cat Alice when it was scaring the poop out of her, literally, and she didn't know what it was.
Oh my god. Bill, she's literally just, like, flomped. I'm gonna try and I don't know if you can see her.
Eh, not really. The computer screen's blocking her.
Damn it! Oh, can you now? Can you
I
see her
can see
butt?
it. I can see her foot.
Damn it. Come here. She's literally just lounging there like, "Yeah, I just tried to eat my toy. What are you gonna do about it, mom?"
She's like in that rebellious teen phase.
Well, yeah, that's literally what like, when they're kittens, like, they're really cute and nice, and when they're adult cats, they're, chill. And then when they're, like, in that from like, when they become cat of kitten into,
Mhm.
like, 2 years old, they're just awful. Worst creatures in the world.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. No, you know what the worst is though for me?
What?
When you have like a series that you've watched the anime of, and then like you get the manga and like you get to the point where the anime left off and you realize there's like fucking like 30 volumes left and you're just like, "Mm,
Yup. That's Moggy. That's why I started collecting Moggy because like it never got like it got 2 seasons and did great and did really
mm."
well and they just never finished it. And I don't know because when I watched it years later after it came out, but it was definitely very fresh because there's like 37 mangas and I'm pretty certain the anime only covers like less than half
Mm.
of the 37, which is crazy. Also, before I got distracted with the poo string, uh, I did want to bring up solo leveling. I know I've mentioned it quite a few times, but there actually is quite differences just in some of the titles and some of the even a little bit of the character designs. But that's also just kind of inherent to like putting something from paper to anime, especially with a manhwa where not as many have been adapted, and you definitely see style differences in
Is
terms of
is
those.
is the manhwa like weirdly fan servicey like the show is sometimes?
No, honestly, that's one of the things is I think they actually because they're side by sides like of I'm brain farting her name, but the main blonde character who's
Yeah, they're
w-
the names are so hard to
uh
remember.
yeah, she's a lot more fan servicey in the anime versus the manga. Like I feel like when you look at the mangas like side by side, there's some side by like they definitely have made her a little more I don't,
See,
a little more we'll just go with that. A little
sh- sh-
more
sh-
sexualized.
she's fuller.
Yeah.
That's the nicest way of putting it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm just that one's weird to me because like the story is great, but there is like a lot of male gaze and female gaze.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I live for the Jinwoo female. Like, heck yeah, like he
well, I
is
just
one of the
it's
hottest characters right now.
I'm just like sitting here because like I remember watching the fucking horny nurses. I was like, what the? I'm like, okay, and then
I mean, I'm
it's
with them.
and then season two we get the horny high school girls, and I'm just like, okay.
Don't worry, they'll be.
And
Where
he went from being such a skinny little loser to like that.
have you seen him in his minor outfit?
Yes, that's where the dub currently left off.
Fuck yeah!
Because he just spoiler warning, he just retook the test, and they're like, holy shit.
Oh, so they okay. So,
Well, because
but
he
has he gone into the mine yet? Like, has he gone
yeah.
and mined yet?
Yeah, so basically, the last episode ends off with he gets caught by a certain somebody,
Ah, yeah.
and that's where it ends off, and it just went left us all going.
You know what's funny is that it's not even that big of a cliffhanger.
No, I'm sure it's not because none of them have been, but they end every
They feel
episode.
it. You're like, damn it. This you
Yeah.
gotta like dub this episode manga, but we also just started talking about Attack on Titan and soul leveling a lot.
Oh man, it's
So
weird too because go on.
oh no, you continue and then
Well, I was just gonna say, like, it's weird how you can tell like certain animes too, like they match the style as close as they can, but then they kind of will keep it that way. Meanwhile, an artist will actually like change it up every now and then. Get the art
yeah. Well,
like
that's
Black
one thing I'm
Clover.
excited to see. Well, you go first and then
I was gonna say like Black Clover is very close. Like the anime is very close to the art style, but like he has such a expressive style that
mm,
the anime just doesn't capture the same way the manga does.
yeah. Like, a lot of Asta's faces.
Yes.
Well, I love too watching um well, I'm excited to see like I started collecting the Haikyuu manga. And I know there's going to be a distinct style change. Like in the anime, it was a very distinct style change. Like from seasons 1, 2, and 3 to season 4 and onward, the styles were completely different. But I know in the manga, it was more of just a gradual, like the artist was changing their style over time. So I'm curious to see kind of like that flow of changes. Like right now, we're still in the very much season 1 style because it's only volume up to volume 7, but I'm can't wait to see like when it starts kind of changing, because that's like cool about reading like the One Piece volumes is that
Mm.
like because I have actually started going back and reading through them from the beginning, um because I love One Piece. What can I say? Um, and that's like one of the most interesting things because you can even see like just from like the sleeves of the
Mm.
spines of the manga, they're all like pictured like a featured Luffy face, and you can just see like his art style changing over time and
Oh
gradually
yeah.
becoming like the Luffy we know today versus the Luffy design like when it first started. Very, very different. And just all the characters too. So that's like been that's what's kind of fun about those longer ones too.
Mm.
Because it's like over time it's like, like how you drew as a kid versus probably how you draw now, very different. Even like your signature, your handwriting, you evolve over time, your styles change. So it's interesting to see those changes.
I still think the most infamous for that, well, excuse me, not infamous, but most like notable is like fruit baskets.
Yeah.
Like the early chapters look nothing like the latter chapters. Like, cause she had like such a shift in. I mean, cause she had a hand injury in the middle of it, and like once she healed, like her style changed like dramatically.
Hmm.
And some people prefer the old style, some people prefer the later style. I think they're both fine. Um, but it was interesting because the way the animes worked is like the original oh 2001 anime um resembles her early art style a lot more, and then the modern the redo resembles her latter art style
Yeah.
considerably more.
No, yeah. I think like even like I didn't mention too, JoJo's also had a very big shift in art style. Like
Mm.
part 1 to 3, like they kind of were similar, but when you go into part 4, 5 and 4, 5 and 6, very different designs. Like they
That's
get
when he gets starts getting very fabulous, right?
yeah, it's definitely more well, I think it's just more well, a little bit of that, but also just like style and different changes. Like I feel like JoJo's in the beginning was very similar more to like what's that one like Fist of the North Star or
Fist of the
something?
North Star, yeah.
It was very similar to that, but then it kind of almost I don't know, that's not written by him too, right?
I don't know.
I don't
Keep
know.
talking. I'll look it up.
Um but you can definitely see like a really big shift um
Hmm.
as it got later on and as it got more stylistic. Part 4 is when it really became a lot more stylish. Um, and then season 5 is when it took like a really, really big turn, and then season 6 kind of followed that same path. But it's especially funny when you look at like Jotaro, who was in part 3, 4, briefly in 5 and 6, and how in each part he looks so fucking different in every single
Yeah.
one.
No, they were not the same
Okay.
person, but similar style.
Mm. If you heard jingling, that's my water bottle. I have ice in it because I like it to stay
I love how like
cold.
I type in JoJo's and the first thing that pops up is JoJo Siwa. It's like
She's
no,
my favorite anime character. What are you
it's
talking
not.
about?
That's not what I was looking for.
Huh?
Wikipedia. I said
Huh?
that's not what.
Have you seen that meme of the cat that just goes, huh? And
No.
like does little like, huh?
Oh,
I'll
the
send it.
writer, the artist and writer for JoJo's looks very dapper on Wikipedia.
He is very dapper.
I love it when they actually have like photos of them and they're not just their little avatars. It's like, oh, they're real people.
I found it. Oh, eh, here you go.
Do I want to know?
It's just a 5-second video. Share it. Share it for the world.
Anyways,
Oh, did you watch it? Did you get what I
yes,
mean now? There's
it's a
just,
cat.
huh? I love that gif. I love that meme.
Uh, joy. Yeah, it's been the thing that's what I've noticed a lot recently though that's been really annoying.
What?
Release dates have been getting pushed back more and more often.
Oh, really? I haven't been
Well,
following as much because I haven't been spending money recently.
well,
Trying to.
I have a spreadsheet of all like the release dates and when they're coming out, and then I've been like double checking them, and I'm like, oh wait, these have all changed. Like everything got pushed back, which is just
Mm.
lovely. I had one that got pushed back. It was supposed to be out this year, and it got pushed back to next year, and I was like, well, shit.
Oh, I hope that honestly that doesn't surprise. I feel like everything's probably just kind of like, okay, we're gonna see how things are going.
Hmm.
The world's a little crazy right now. Miss Dingles is back.
I just can't believe like all of the modern animes from this era, they're all like ending out now, and like One
Yeah.
Piece persists.
Well, My Hero Academia ended. Jujutsu Kaisen ended. Those were
Kaguya-sama
the two big.
ended.
Yeah, those. I feel like those were two of the really big ones because I think a lot of people thought like My Hero Academia was gonna go on for years and years and years and years.
It's going to
Like,
be like the next Dragon Ball, but instead, Dragon Ball is technically still going.
yeah,
One Piece,
Bleach,
well, yeah, One Piece is still going. Naruto's kind of still going.
Baruto.
Baruto's still going. Baruto's it's like post jump time skip now.
Oh, really? Did the
Yeah,
anime?
the anime's still on like a hiatus, but
Good. They should focus on better shows like Black Clover.
I don't think it's ever happening, Alex. Unfortunately,
I can dream.
we all can, but I can also dream for many shows that I'd like to see come back that probably are never coming back.
Yeah. Well, and that's crazy because then you see. Oh, I thought I touched a hole. Because then you see like just the amount of like just like slop they put out on like Crunchyroll that you're just like, what is this shit? Because I watched a lot of that shit. Last year I watched so much like garbage stuff that
Did you
like
see the meme that Slade posted about like anime names then and anime names now? And I'm sitting here thinking that's probably a real show.
no, yeah, like some of them are cuckoo.
Yeah, but
Some
then you
of
could
them are
get
hidden gems. Like some of
yeah,
them you
like
get some good.
the vending machine. Why was it that good?
The vending machine one was good. The campfire cooking one, like that one was actually really good too. I actually really liked that one. I rewatched it like at the beginning of the year cuz I just really enjoyed the story
Hmm,
and the characters.
yeah. Um, we've gone on about an hour. Anything else you want to bring up, or
Any stuff you're going to add to your collection anytime soon? Anything you've been eyeballing? Any Did you start collecting you did. You did start collecting kaiju. It hit me.
it's mean?
It is. Not as mean as Miss Fish,
Yeah.
aka Tishy, our mama's cat. She's apparently very mean. But she's a tortie, so she's got the tortitude.
Yeah.
Hey,
In term.
that's she stole my Christmas gift from Matt.
Oh.
She stole it. I saved it, Matt. Don't. There she is. Well, you can't see her. Bill can see her. Can you see her?
Yeah, I can see the terrorist back there.
What a freaking monster! She tried to ruin Christmas again.
But yeah, no, nothing too crazy. Mostly just ongoings. Um, there's a few completed series that I want to collect, but I just don't have the money for right
Which
now.
ones?
Rene, in particular, that's Rumiko Takahashi, one of her series.
Was that
It's
the
the
blue
series.
hair? No,
No,
that's Uraset. I'm thinking of the
I have that done.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. They did a convenient re-release of that.
So you were like,
Um,
blink, blink.
Rene is it's 40 volumes, and like they're not out of print, but they're like kind of out of stock a lot of the time. So, and I only have I'm like a little under halfway through collecting that one. It's a lot, and I just don't really have the time to grab them all.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, it's all ongoings. So
I definitely want, for me, I want to collect Yona of the Dawn at some point because, and I want to do an anime swap of that at some point because I actually think you'll really enjoy the story.
I didn't know it had an anime.
Yeah. it doesn't get finished, but it does have an anime.
Oh, so many of
And
them
it
do
is
not get
actually a really
finished.
compelling story. So I would really like to collect
Hmm.
because
Yeah,
I mean
that's
it's
that's a longie.
yeah, that one would be I mean it's not One Piece, so
True.
and Ruma will be long too. But I believe that one's finished or it just finished recently. But I'd like to collect that one because it is a very good story.
Hmm.
And it's again another like Moggy one that never got finished.
Yeah, I
Much.
think other than that, like the only other one I'm like really collecting as it comes out is the Pokemon Adventures manga, but like those are I'm actually caught up to where they've released like the official releases.
You know what else I'll start collecting? When I think it's only like probably like a two shot, but I actually really want to collect that Witch's House manga
Oh yeah, they forgot they
based on
made
the
that.
RPG.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Cause
actually is
that
an
was also like a very like that story of that game was very disturbing, but in like the
yeah.
best horror way. Like
Well
not in
that
like a I don't like it. Like in a
well
very good horror disturbing way.
I remember that one because that came out around the same time like Ebe came out.
Yep.
Um and Aouni, which that fucking purple face just makes me laugh.
We did a whole podcast about those a while back.
Yeah, that was a while ago. We could honestly
That was
probably
like one of our
revisit that.
first Halloween specials.
It was our first Halloween special. All the way back in episode I can't remember. 40. Episode 40.
Hey, hey! She's freaking biting my charging cords.
Of course she is. Because she's rude.
Terror. She is a terrorist. I love her, but I'm scratching her head currently as we speak. But
But
I do want to collect those though because I I the games I remember I played them, but then I also like watched other people stream them because it was like that peak time when that came out or when that was being streamed was like when I feel like it was a really good place of YouTube at the time. It was really fun. And like a lot of them were really silly, but also just like seeing their reactions to stuff was just really great. Um so I really want to collect that manga. I feel like it's only a couple volumes, so I'll grab it.
yeah, no, that'd be fun. I wish they'd do like an Eve. Actually, there might be an Eve manga for all I
There
know.
might be.
I know there's like a manga for Yume Nikki.
Ooh.
I don't think it's ever been released over here, but
Is there an Ebe?
I don't think so.
I see
Um,
something like Ebe Instant Bullet.
oh, yeah, I don't know. Um, but yeah, I think other than that, that was a good combo for this episode. Manga is addicting. That's all I will say.
Yes.
And it there's a reason why it's kicking comics ass. Um,
It's just it's so much it you get so much more content.
there's a reason why any books when you find bookstores because bookstores are a dying breed. But there's a reason why when you do find a bookstore and you go to their manga section, the manga sections are fucking massive compared to the comic sections.
Mhm.
Like I still think of like the big Barnes and Noble near us where they have that entire fucking back wall
Yeah.
and it's all manga.
Yeah. It's taken over. It's
It,
taken over.
it really is. It's getting bigger and bigger.
And soon
And they're
it will be
they're
all the bookstore.
yeah, and they're releasing really stuff that never would have been released back in the day.
Yeah.
Like they used to only release like Shonen Jump stuff, like really, and like action and fighting manga. Now it's like you got romance, you got fucking slice of life, you got adventure, all sorts of wacky stuff.
There's a lot of different options.
Hmm. There sure is.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Uh, next time we talk about manga, Alex will have to have a storage unit, and I'll be buried in my house under a pile of manga.
You'll have a library. You'll have a library.
I'll be sending help messages because I got crushed to death by manga.
Yeah, well, you won't be sending any messages if you are crushed to death.
I'll be sending an SOS. It'll be
If
automated for the day it happens.
if you're ow!
Okay, Alex is getting
I'm
attacked by her
touching.
cat.
No, I'm touching the pooch belly. It's so soft. The fur on her belly is so soft. I just love to squish it.
I'm sure you do.
She's a little fatty. She's a little. Ah! She ran away.
Hmm.
She ran away. One day, maybe she'll come up and visit and like say hi into the mic, but I don't see that happening anytime
Not today.
soon. No.
She hasn't quite passed that point where Tilly used to go.
Oh,
Where
she got
Tilly
me
would
some good.
you.
Can you see? I got some good scratches just now.
See, my favorite was back in the day when Tilly would just be obnoxious and just get right in the mic and rub on it during episodes.
She would just be like, and like I'd have to pull her. Oh, that's
You'd
one
be
thing
like-
I love about listening to old episodes is that I have all those Tilly clips saved, which bring me a lot of joy. So she'll live on forever in the podcast. So
she will.
and
But
her younger sister will be dumb.
her younger sister is a terrorist.
Can you? Oh, I don't think you can
Nope.
see her.
She's blocked. Nope.
Do,
She's behind the chair.
no, she's under the ottoman.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see her.
I could.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on the Gaming Collecting Podcast. You
No.
can find the Gaming Collecting
No, you
Podcast on
can't.
all your major podcasting platforms,
Can't find it
particularly
there.
Apple Podcast and
We're
Spotify.
only available on.
Go on.
I don't know. We're not available anywhere. How are you listening to this?
On the SuperPod Network, a place where we can be found. It's an awesome website featuring a whole bunch of different shows, videos,
What?
blogs. I'm also not going to be doing all the names anymore. I think people get it at this point. But there's a ton of awesome shows there. Definitely go check them out. You can find us occasionally appearing on different things there every now and then.
Wait, so we're not gonna have any moments of you going, gaming collecting, and then I go boo, and then you go 3DO, and I go, I don't know, and then Geek Addicts, and I go yeah.
At
Just
this
to throw
point,
you off.
At this point, I think people get it. I will announce if a new show joins, and I'll be sure to mention that. But for the most part, we have our same crew we've had since for a while now. You can find all of them at SuperPod Network. Attack on What Now? Shows
Attack
like
on What Now?
I don't even know if I goddamn like this show or not, and we're gonna find out. But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you all later.
Say no to terrorists.